Hey everyone, I'm Crystal, and we're going to talk all about healthy hormones today and balancing those hormones and a recognition that every single person, human, even animals have hormones. And so sometimes this class is called Women's Health, but I have 3 sons and a husband, and I can promise you the solutions that we're going to talk about have helped them. And so that they work for everybody. So today's going to be quick, 30-minute call. These are our wellness, kind of our continuing education series. They're a little bit different each time, but if you want to come, right now we're meeting 9 a.m. on Tuesdays, and that time will adjust according to schedule purposes as I start a new job. And that starts next week. So we shall see what happens. But this is a passion. I'm super excited because so many of these things that we talk about today really changed my life. Okay, I didn't even realize what hormones were until after I learned about this stuff. All right. I just knew I had them because I got pregnant and had a period. TMI. All right, I'm going to go ahead and dive in and talk quickly about what we're going to cover. We're going to cover lifestyle, foods that can help, just kind of quickly. And we're even going to talk about internal stress versus external stress and what that means for us. And ultimately, our goal is to help you to see that you're not alone, and that as we go through different periods and I want to say stages in our life, it's not necessarily always age related, but as we go through different stages in our life, our hormones become unbalanced, and there are definitely ways to rebalance, get everything back on track, and really build a good foundation. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. If you have questions, ask in the chat, and then I will cover the chat at the end. I will also stop the recording and go over a large portion of the protocols that we use, and actually I just might edit it out so later, so I might just keep recording. I'll decide in a minute. So if you haven't come before, welcome. If you have, welcome. You know I love your faces. All right, so there's not a slideshow. It's just me chatting with you today. I find that to be much more effective. And one of the things that where I became more aware of this was as I started to have issues. I was really fatigued. I was started to become very forgetful. My mom would talk to me about different things, like her skin was sagging, she was having incontinence, not like being able to hold it when she probably should have been able to hold it when she went to the bathroom, bone loss. One of the issues that I hear all the time are low libido and dry skin, and that dry skin can even gravitate downstairs. All of those are symptoms of low estrogen, which just means that our hormones are out of balance, right? And so we can bring that back up with a lifestyle switch. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. There are so many different symptoms. Some of the real concerns are like when we think about stress and what stress does to our body. What do you guys think about? You can put in the comments. Like, what do you think about when you hear the word stress? And I'll give you a couple scenarios, and you tell me like, yes, that, or maybe you have your own thing. But arguments, like anytime we argue, like that is stressful for me. Traffic jams, money can be a huge stressor for people. A really overcrowded or long line on the self-checkout in a grocery store. When there's no other lines open and then it's been a really long day, you're like, I don't have time for this, right? That is totally stress. So there's no arguing, like all those things are stressful, right? But our body can react the same to stress regardless of where that stress is coming from. So I want to make us aware of stresses that are internal today. So internal stresses. And it can be caused by and cause a whole array of health issues. And some of the examples of internal stress would be estrogen dominance. And you don't have to know exactly what these are, just that when our hormones are out of balance, these are things that happen. Okay, blood sugar, if it's not regulated properly, or if it's you have a lot of ups and downs in it. Too much blue light screen time, too much, that actually causes an internal stress. Poor diet or low quality of supplements, that is a stressor on our body. Stress in itself depletes our nutrients. And so we're going to be like at a low level of nutrient balance if we're always under stress. Heavy metal toxicity, lack of exercise, even too much exercise can be stressful on our bodies, like internally. Social isolation, which we've seen a lot of in the last 2 years, that has become very detrimental for people. And then lack of sunlight, and too much sunlight too, if you're talking to a Florida girl. But usually it's lack of sunlight. So what can we do to reduce these stresses? We want to eat a healthy diet, balance our blood sugar, and spend time outside, and definitely get a friend, make some date time. And then make a time, like one of my favorite things is to cut screens off an hour before bed, read a real book, get a little lamp, a book light if you have to, but turn off the screens an hour before bed to allow your brain to de-stress from that blue light. And there's other things like using clean products in your house, green stuff, things that are plant-based, things that are naturally not filled with chemicals. And there are products, obviously, that we can talk about towards the end that will help with this. But that's the basics of what you're looking for the stresses. So let's talk about a few of like the balancing tips. So this is where you want to take notes. If you're like, what do I do? How do I help myself? I don't even have oils yet, or I don't know what oils to use. Like, these are the things you're going to do, even if you don't have that. Like, this is stuff that you can do to really help. And I will give some tips at the end, but managing your blood sugar, skip the sugar in the morning, guys. Eat protein for breakfast. Wait as long as you can to eat breakfast, so you're narrowing your window of when you eat, and stop eating at night. That is going to help you regulate your blood sugar through the evening. So if you eat a giant bowl of cereal as a late night snack, like, you're killing yourself there, right? If you wake up a bunch of times in the middle of the night and you just can't sleep well, we probably need to chat, because your adrenals are probably off. Your hormones are definitely off. And so managing the blood sugar by eating whole foods, clean foods, and limiting sugar is huge. Incorporating movement. Not everyone exercises. Everyone should move their body, but it doesn't mean you have to be breaking a sweat, or like, well, I was going to say you don't have to lift weights, but for bone health, which is one of the hormone issues you can have, actually lifting weights helps your bones to be stronger, and helps the bone density to maintain itself a lot longer. So I would say, yes, you should lift weights. It doesn't have to be like Olympic level, but just getting some extra weight on your body would be good. But just move, walk, get a little. There's an app called Step Up, and if you want to join me, we do 10,000 steps a day, and we challenge each other. And sometimes I'm like lapping in the house, taking three loops to go get the water I needed. So whatever it is to get your steps in, right? Get some sun, vitamin D. I have an opposite view of what you're gonna see in the stores and on all the ads, like, oh, cover yourself with sunscreen. Like, I am all about get the sun on you, but in small amounts often. And so that's the same as with any type, like supplements. A little bit, a lot of times is way better than a whole bunch at once. So same with sun. You need that vitamin D to process all the minerals and vitamins and calcium in your body. Address the stress. So if you need help with stress management, there's a lot of tips, but yoga, stretching, exercising, even a healthy sex life, breathing, reading your Bible, taking 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night to self-reflect and write in a journal, boom, huge stress release, and helps you to address that and manage it. Incorporate herbs into your life. So if you typically eat salt and pepper, switch that out for like coriander and different seasonings like oregano and parsley and basil. Like, all the good herbs are going to be fantastic for your body. And then do some liver support, so helping your body detox. We're going to talk about that. Balance your minerals, and this can go along with the high quality supplements and good leafy greens. And then get sleep, high quality sleep, often, sleep at the same time every night, get up at the same time. If you have a new smartphone, it will tell you. You can set your time and how many hours you want to sleep, and it'll tell you what time you should go to bed and what time you need to get up, and then listen to it. Like, don't hit snooze. Get peppermint by your bed and sniff it in so you actually get out of the bed. All right, so we talked about some examples of internal stress. Tell me what you feel like is your major internal stress trigger in the comments. Is it the food sensitivities, estrogen dominance, blood sugar issues, too much blue light, not working out too much, not really being around friends enough and around people, or poor diet or poor supplement, or maybe you're out in the sun too much or too little? All right, we're going to cover really quickly some of the things that we incorporate into our family that have been very helpful just to get extra minerals and vitamins. And so we use Himalayan salt because it does have the minerals still in it. We use flaxseed, and if you get a coffee grinder, you can grind your own, and those seeds can last a good while. Acerola or vitamin C powder, we just take a scoop and put it in our smoothies. It's kind of tangy and tart, so watch for that. Moringa is a great and like adaptogen type food, and avocados and lemons we use a lot. So sometimes I just squeeze lemon or lime over my salad, and we have avocado several times. Either I mash it on toast or I put it in our salad. Good high quality fats that fill you up and lots of good nutrients. And then even broccoli sprouts, if you have sprouts in the stores by you, those are great because broccoli sprouts and flax seeds, they aid in liver detoxing. And these are just natural ways that you can help your liver go through that detox cycle. And sometimes we definitely need help with this. Okay. Part of detoxing is there are conditions and hormone issues that do not allow us to absorb or even detox correctly. And so you want to make sure your supplements are methylated, and like the children's chewables, those have been great for my kids because they are methylated. And so they're able to chew them and they're very bioavailable. If you need to know what methylated is, just ask me. Okay. Anyways, so the reason we love the broccoli sprouts and the flaxseed, and I just put broccoli sprouts on my salad or sandwich, but it neutralizes dirty estrogens. And I'm going to talk to you about a product. So if you just need some extra support here, neutralizing dirty estrogens is super huge because our body can become filled with these. It's basically fake estrogen from toxins in our environment, chemicals, things that we put on our skin, things that we breathe in the day, some things that we can help, and some things we really just can't. And our body gets loaded down with them, and that's where all the symptoms come. So if we can get rid of and neutralize these dirty estrogens, that's where the flaxseed and the broccoli sprouts come in. It helps get rid of the dirty ones. It helps actually block them. Lemon, avocado, and Himalayan salt. So lemon, it alkalizes the body. So I use lemon oil in my water. My kids love lemon oil. We use the stainless steel water jugs. They take them to school. I put a drop of water in their water, and I know they're getting a slight detox every day. It does help in the liver detox, and it actually improves in digestion. And so it can help your body if it's too slow or too fast. It's really going to help out. The Himalayan salt helps us to rehydrate and remineralize. Sometimes we drink a ton of water, but we don't get enough of the right type of salt. And so our body, it doesn't absorb it appropriately, and this will help. And avocado is where we get a really good healthy fats. And too many of our fats, it's called the SAD diet, the standard American diet. Too many of our fats come from highly processed places, and it's very difficult for our bodies to handle. Definitely triggering hormone issues. Acerola is vitamin C, and moringa. Acerola gives you a boost for strong immune system and progesterone production. Progesterone is another hormone. We use capsules or little chewables for vitamins and vitamin C and vitamin D and K and zinc. But we love to add extra vitamin C especially during the winter and holiday season because we're having more sugar, and it helps to boost our immune system all year. And then moringa helps with anti-inflammatory. So I'm going to read you guys. There's moringa and some of the products that we have. All right, so those are the main foods that I wanted to mention today. Just think whole foods, clean foods, and helping your body be supported overall, so that you're putting in less toxins so that your body has less to take out, if that makes sense, okay? Let's see. Oh, someone's trying to get in. Sorry, Judy. When I get started, guys, I don't see anything else. That's how I roll. All right, so I'm going to go over women hormones. I'm going to ask you guys a few questions. I would love for you to talk in the comments, and we only have a few more minutes left, and then we're going to go over some protocol stuff. Let me look at my notes and make sure we got everything. Yep, I did. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 meaning you have no unwanted symptoms, and 10 meaning they are out of control, like how is your monthly cycle? You may be out of your cycle. You can put that too. But where are you on that? And then if you're peri or postmenopausal, what are your symptoms, or how are your symptoms? Are you struggling? And here are some areas that usually need to be balanced for people, like hyper or hypothyroidism, super fatigued, adrenal fatigue, mental fatigue, mood swings, trouble sleeping, poor memory, type 2 diabetes, infertility, even difficulty losing weight. If you start to see your skin sagging, and you're struggling there, you may be looking in. Obviously, we're all going to get old, guys. We're all going to have some of these things happen. Yeah. But ultimately, we can help our body to have good, healthy hormones. And our bodies were made to have hormones. Our bodies were made to live with hormone messages being sent around. And anytime there's a disruption, it causes all of the symptoms. And remember I mentioned in the beginning, there are stages, and it's not always age related, right? Pregnancy, birth, like after having a baby, I have met so many women, including myself, that they go through the postpartum depression, low libido, super struggles. I've met men who have had vasectomies and they've had extremely low libido after that. Their hormones are off, right? Even hair loss and hair thinning. These are all things that if you catch it early, you can really start to support your body and have a good healthy life that is full of vitality and not riddled with symptoms and struggles. Okay. So we as women know what our reproductive system is, but I'm just going to go over it super fast. It's the ovaries, the fallopian tubes, and you have the uterus, and you even have, for men, like external genitalia, breasts in women, and then all these systems work really close together, especially with the endocrine system. So ovaries secrete estrogen and progesterone, and they're both really crucial for fertility, but they also play a really important role in women's emotional and physical health. And so when we can't lose weight, or we feel on edge all the time, or that heaviness on our chest, it may not just be that you're overly stressed externally, you might be overly stressed internally. And so nutrition and hydration are going to play a huge impact into the hormone balancing, and that having a high quality supplement will help you. And then looking at the different nutrients. So why don't we just go into those products, the recommended products. This is where if you get the video replay, you'll get the beginning. And then this is for you guys who are on here. And if you are a VIP, then you can get all of this information, or if you already have a doTERRA account. All right. So here you go. Recommended products are, you guys, not kidding, it's right here. Lifelong Vitality, game changer. I'm not going to explain. I have videos on this if you want to know what every single one of these do. But the reality is, if you have stress, that means if you're human, you need a high quality supplement. And over the counter, just like every supplement in the FDA, it's not regulated. So we want something that's high quality. So I'm not going to tell you doTERRA is the only high quality product out there. It's not true, one. And two, the reality is I know this, and that's why I talk about it and I love it. And I get it at a discount because we have a wholesale account. So there's a lot of benefits to getting it here versus going and hunting at GNC and figuring it all out, because doTERRA uses experts and medical professionals to combine everything we need for a healthy foundation, for optimal hormone balance, for energy levels, for just packing in all of nature's most powerful antioxidants and anti-inflammatories and cofactors like the moringa in here. And then you just take the capsules and you feel amazing. And most of the people on here or people in the VIP will tell you this is where their foundation came, this is where their energy came back, and this is where they felt like, wow, I can do the next step, right? And the next step would probably be taking a bone nutrient or phytoestrogen complex. And so the phytoestrogen complex is this is part of the women's kit. As a matter of fact, the women's kit is it's these 3 items. Phytoestrogen, remember we talked about broccoli sprouts and flaxseed and how they help to get rid of like kind of faux or dirty estrogen. That is what phytoestrogen is made for. All of the xenoestrogen, the false estrogen, and a lot of times that's chemicals or things that our body recognizes as estrogen that clogs up our cells. The phytoestrogen knocks it out. So when it says phytoestrogen, number one question, is that estrogen? I don't want to be taking estrogen. You guys, I give that to my son. He's 14. When he was 12, talk about hormonal changes and mental issues. Like, he needed something to help his body process and get rid of whatever he needed to get rid of so that his emotional state was more stable. So phytoestrogen is not estrogen. It helps get rid of the bad estrogen, okay? So it helps you to balance out and get rid of all of these estrogen metabolites, the horrible ones, and help you to get rid of unwanted symptoms, helps you to manage better your menstrual cycle. And it even contains genistein. It's a fermented soy extract that promotes healthy breast tissue and brings balance and hormones to both men and women. And it's not GMO, so it's non-GMO. And then bone nutrient goes along with it, because what happens with hormones, when we are depleted and having high stress, we end up having really weak bones, and all of the calcium is depleted out of our bones. So the bioavailability in the bone nutrient complex, it's for men and women, and it helps you to have great bone integrity, strength, overall health. And if you have weak or fragile bones, this is going to help those people to maintain a better health with their bones. And if you're young, like I gave it to my son who broke his arm and his leg, we opened it up, put it in applesauce, and he ate it down every single day as his bones were regrowing. And because I knew how powerful that would be. So if you wanted to get something that is like a full hormone support for a beginner, I would get Lifelong Vitality in the women's kit, and then the Rose Touch, because that is the queen of oils. It's great for emotional balance. It's great for boosting libido. Rub it on the inside of the thighs. It does promote openness and confidence. And so if you're struggling with that depression or feeling like just weighed down, it will help. It does relieve menstrual pain and cramping, and it helps you with regular ovulation. Claricalm does help with hormone balancing, helps with heavy periods, PMS type symptoms, even acne or skin issues, cramping, hot flashes, all the things. Put in your belly button, put it on the inside of your ankles, and put a little smiley face on your abdomen. And these oils you would use not just during your cycle, but every single day. Think of it as your supplements, right? Supplements are taken daily, and you have your 30-day supply, and your oils are going to be used that same way. And these are topical, so you're just putting them on every single day. So my tip is leave it where you're going to use it, in the bathroom, right where you go every single day to brush your teeth. And that is a perfect place so that you won't forget. I'm going to talk a tiny bit, I only have a few minutes left, about endocrine system and how that connects. And there are products that go along with this. I grabbed Slim and Sassy capsules, because this is so great for your blood sugar. So if you do struggle with blood sugar issues, it's going to help with your pancreas. And you just take 1 to 3 capsules to support daily, just healthy metabolism. And it doesn't mean not everybody is going to use it if they're like, oh, it's not like for overweight people or just trying to lose weight, because it is called Slim and Sassy. It actually does do incredible things internally for that internal stress with our blood sugar. So endocrine system, it is directly involved with growth and development and metabolism. So if you have nutrient issues, it's going to help with the endocrine system, helps with nutrient regulation and overall balancing of your body. And so it's important to know what these are. It is just a system of glands. It has, they send the hormones to your organs, right? And the different tissues in your body through your blood. And so essential oils are beneficial in a few different ways, especially because they help with circulation and they help provide good benefits to the cells. They tell the cells and remind them, hey, this is how you're supposed to work. So oils work in symbiotic relationship with our body cells. And for caring for your liver, we're going to go through 4 parts and then we'll be done. Caring for your liver, you want healthy liver function. I mentioned a couple things with the foods with liver detox, but this is underpinning. This is a super important part to helping balance your hormones. Drink plenty of water. Drink lots of lemon in your water. I love the lemon oil for ease, for potency, and for the taste. It tastes amazing. You could also use Slim and Sassy oil in your water. It has lots of different oils in there that will help. And then 1 Zendocrine gel cap a day. Zendocrine is, you can use the oil, you can make your own capsule. The gel caps are just a convenience, and 1 a day will help detox. For your pancreas, 1 to 3 Slim and Sassy gel caps a day to help your blood sugar. And it also has grapefruit, so it helps you to get rid of excess water. And so if you have a lot of bloating or swelling, then that's going to help you release that extra water. For your adrenals, now, I haven't talked about Mito 2 Max, but this is huge. You're going to apply Magnolia twice a day on your adrenals. And adrenals are actually, if you feel the back, and I want to say the top of your hip bone towards the center of your back, and sometimes they're really sensitive right there, apply Magnolia right there to help your adrenals. So if you're waking up in the middle of the night or maybe not able to fall asleep well, your adrenals are probably off. And then you want to take 2 capsules of Mito 2 Max, and you can take it twice if you need to, daily, or 1-2 times a day. Or pro tip, if you do wake up a lot in the middle of the night, even though it's an energy and stamina blend, it's meant to help stop your adrenals from crashing. Take it at night and you'll be shocked at how amazing you sleep. And now, care for your thyroid. This is sometimes people come and they are even on medicine. It's not a life sentence. Habits are so critical here. And so check your nutrition, check your stress levels, and make sure you're drinking a lot of water. And then in a roller bottle, you're going to combine some things, 10 drops each: clove, frankincense, myrrh, and lemongrass. Clove, myrrh, frankincense, and lemongrass. Those 4 oils, 10 drops each. Top it off with fractionated coconut oil, and then roll it on your thyroid 3 times a day. And then the next question is, I don't have a thyroid. What do I do? Do it anyway. Do it anyway. All right. All right. So that was hormones and balancing and taking care of your body, women, men, whoever. So hopefully you learned something new. Let me see. I'm going to go through the chat now and then we'll be done. So if you have any more questions, feel free to unmute. And I know a couple of you can't, but if you can, say hey to me. All right. Said she's on her work phone. Hey, Zena, love your face. And then too much work, not enough hours in a day. Amen to that. And isolation as in a single stay-at-home mom. Yes, yes. Victoria, that is hard. And I was a stay-at-home mom. I still technically am, I guess, but now my kids are in school, so I don't have them here to keep me company. So you need friends. And so my favorite way, you'll have to share if you do this. I always found mom groups, and my favorite is Bible groups. And so I find Bible groups And I love hanging out with them because they usually have kids my age and they can play while we chat. Okay, so do you have any recommendations for autoimmune issues? I struggle with dysautonomia, type issues, low blood pressure. Okay, dysautonomia. You'll have to tell me a little bit. You can message me. I have 2 autoimmune issues that I manage, and what I've found, I'll just give you the short clip, but we can chat. What I found overwhelmingly with every person I manage with autoimmune issues, and you can check out thrivewithcrystal.com, or you can set an appointment with me and we can do a 30-minute consult for free. That is my expertise, is autoimmune disease, because it's all rooted in inflammation. We just have to figure out what is causing your inflammation. And so a body's autoimmune response is an overreaction by the process of inflammation and then causing you these symptoms that you have. And so I've dealt with people with low blood sugar, so we can definitely talk about that. Number one, for what you can do now, I don't know what oils you have, but get the Lifelong Vitality Pack in your body, and then do frankincense and myrrh. And frankincense and the Slim and Sassy would be good for you with the blood sugar, just to kind of start somewhere. But it is a process. It's a little bit of a long process, but it's totally doable. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to run and I will talk to you later. And next week, Tuesday, is at this time to be announced. Unless I can find someone to teach the class, I have to take a break for a little bit until I can figure out the time that it fits in, because I start and I have mandatory meetings in the mornings of Monday and Tuesday. So right now, FYI, this is the last thing I'm going to tell you. The website is okay. So one portion, my Thrive with Crystal 6 weeks to wellness, that's for people with autoimmune, that is live. And that whole course is online and ready to go. I already have 2 clients in it, so that's exciting if you need to have something like that. But the oil camp / extra goodies, I am over halfway done building that out. And as soon as it's out, I will be sending out an email, and you'll get a password or a link, or just a link, and you can click on it. And as long as you're a member with doTERRA with me, and you will get access. Zena, just message me. And you will actually get access to whatever courses I put up in the future, and this course, which is how to get the most out of the top 12 oils. And it walks you through everything. And I think you're going to love it. And it's free. It's free for your faces. All right, guys. I love you. You know that. I'm going to talk to you later. You guys have a great day. Bye, Jude.